warships massing, F-35s screaming over the Caribbean. Trump warns Venezuela of an incalculable price. Puerto Rico drills, Panama port calls, and a silenced Maduro channel, all as whispers of regime change grow louder. Is this just a drug crackdown, or the first move in Washington's showdown with Caracas? US Marine Corps forces deployed to the Caribbean under the pretext of dismantling Venezuelan drug cartels conducted amphibious landing drills in Puerto Rico, a US territory the Chosun Daily reported. According to the report, the US Navy destroyer USS Stockdale docked at the port of Balboa in Panama on September 21st, amid heightened regional tensions over Washington's anti-drug operations targeting Venezuela.
The USS Stockdale is in the city of Panama. This scheduled visit highlights the strong collaboration on security matters between the United States and Panama, working together to combat organized crime and foreign malign influence.
Some locals have expressed unease over the arrival of US naval ships, warning that Panama should not be used as a military base.
It is already a military intervention for their interests. Practically, what is the case with Venezuela? We know the wealth it has in terms of oil, and that has always been the argument to invade other countries.
Another local said,
Panama se está prestando para muchas cosas también.
Panama is also allowing itself to be used for many things. And, well, I don't like it. I mean, I don't think anyone would like to see ships coming with weapons and somehow influencing terror.
The move comes as the United States increases naval deployments in the Caribbean near Venezuela, a policy Caracas has denounced as a direct threat to its sovereignty. As US military pressure intensifies against the anti-American leftist regime led by President Nicolás Maduro, analysts increasingly speculate that US President Donald Trump is considering regime change in Venezuela. The US Southern Command revealed on its Facebook page on the 18th that the 22nd Marine Expeditionary Unit conducted amphibious landing drills off the coast of Puerto Rico earlier this month, sharing a video. The footage showed fighter jets, warships, heavy weapons, and fully armed troops landing on the coast in small boats. The 22nd Marine Expeditionary Unit has combat experience in conflict zones, including Afghanistan, Iraq, Kuwait, Somalia, Liberia, and Kosovo. The New York Times, citing current and former military officials and intelligence sources, reported, "The US military's actual goal is to remove Maduro from power in some way." Meanwhile, James Stavridis, former Southern Command chief, said,
The large naval force gathered off Venezuela's coast and the F-35s deployed to Puerto Rico are unrelated to drug interdiction. This is a clear signal that the U.S. is seriously pursuing regime change or behavioral shifts. This visit is part of regular security cooperation between the two countries.
The entry of the Arleigh Burke-class Aegis-guided missile destroyer USS Stockdale into Panama City further supports the view that the US aims to oust Maduro. The political atmosphere inside Venezuela's Miraflores palace is turning volatile under mounting US pressure. A person close to President Nicolás Maduro, while talking to El País, said,
We have never experienced anything like this. There is a lot of confusion. The atmosphere has grown tense. Warnings are coming from every direction.
That anxiety spiked after US President Donald Trump delivered a forceful warning on September 20th. In a Truth Social post, Trump demanded Caracas accept the return of prisoners he claims were sent to the United States.
We want Venezuela to immediately accept all of the prisoners and people from mental institutions, which includes the worst in the world insane asylums that Venezuelan leadership has forced into the United States of America. Thousands of people have been badly hurt and even killed by these monsters. Get them the hell out of our country right now, or the price you pay will be incalculable.
On September 21st, when he was asked to clarify his warning on that Venezuela would pay an incalculable price, Trump gave a vague response.
Well, you're going to have to figure that out.
The US has already launched airstrikes against 3 Venezuelan boats that the Trump administration claims were being used to transport drugs into America. The first attack, which killed 11 people in international waters, has been described by critics as a serious violation of human rights, possibly amounting to a war crime. However, Trump suggested the aggressive tactics against alleged Venezuelan drug smugglers were working.
There are no boats in the water anymore.
Yes, well, you
We're
said...
looking for additional boats. You don't even find a fishing boat. You don't even find cruise liners anymore. There's nothing in the water near Venezuela. It's actually strange. You know what that means? That means there are no drugs coming in.
The standoff deepened late Friday when Trump announced that a US Navy vessel had sunk a new boat departing the Venezuelan coast. Despite the escalating rhetoric, Maduro responded with a conciliatory letter to Trump, obtained by Reuters.
President, I hope that together we can defeat the falsehoods that have sullied our relationship, which must be historic and peaceful. These and other issues will always be open for a direct and frank conversation with your special envoy, Richard Grenell, to overcome media noise and fake news. To date, this channel Grenell has functioned flawlessly.
But, according to El País, that diplomatic back channel has now fallen silent.
There's no open channel of communication with Trump's people right now.
Inside Venezuela, the government is acting as if conflict could be imminent, conducting military drills, training residents in firearms, and tightening internal security. Analysts warn that US naval deployments in the Caribbean, while officially targeting drug trafficking, underscore a broader message to Maduro, whom Washington has long accused, without proof, of complicity in the narcotics trade. Puerto Rico has received 10 F-35 fighter jets and 4 500 Navy and Marine Corps personnel. Some of these forces are conducting coastal drills, leading analysts to suggest that Venezuela may be considered a potential operational area. The distance between Caracas, Venezuela's capital, and San Juan, Puerto Rico's capital, is just 870 kilometers. This has led to interpretations that the drills go beyond drug interdiction and signal US consideration of a regime change scenario in Venezuela. Millions of Venezuelans have already left the country, and recent elections show waning support for the ruling party. As rumors swirl of defections and secret negotiations, confusion reigns in Caracas, while US ships and submarines remain positioned just offshore. Meanwhile, YouTube terminated Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro's account this weekend, amid rising tensions between Venezuela and the US over the deployment of US warships and fighter jets in the southern Caribbean. YouTube's parent company Google has yet to comment on the termination, but anyone trying to access the Venezuelan president's channel receives a message saying, "This account has been terminated for a violation of YouTube's terms of service."